Hi friends. Welcome to Amputee Life TV, where we get to educate, give you review visual of people living as amputee and how they navigate their daily life activities. Remember, this channel is to create awareness of amputee community with credit giving to the video we analyze on this platform. It's another episode in the Living Life series. Today, we follow an incredible amputees confidently navigating their day with crutches as her steady mobility guide and other mobility devices. Living life again after amputation with crutches is mobility and making step with a striving unwavering spirit. The movements are smooth, practiced, each swing of the crutches balanced with quiet determination. Navigating the pathway with ease, the crutches aren't just a mobility aid, they're part of their rhythm. Whether crossing a street, or crutching through the park trail, they adapts with grace and energy. You can see she's not just moving, she's living. This is what thriving looks like. No rush, no pause, just presence. They write their own story, one step, one crutch stride at a time. Empowered, capable, and fully alive. Let's share with you episodes of amputees living in high unwavering spirit and their daily life activities. Evening air was crisp and refreshing as Amber stand up to take a walk around, her forearm crutches steady in her hands. She had been looking forward to this moment all day. A peaceful evening walk to clear her mind and enjoy the quiet beauty of the neighborhood. The soft glow of the streetlights illuminated the sidewalk, casting a serene ambiance over her path. Amber's movements were fluid and confident, a testament to the hours she had spent adapting to life as an amputee. Her crutches clicked rhythmically against the pavement, creating a soothing cadence that matched her breathing. She had chosen her favorite lightweight dress for the walk, along with her favorite shoe on her remaining foot that provided balance and comfort. As she moved through the neighborhood, she noticed the little details she had grown to love during her evening strolls, the smell of freshly environment. Tonight, she took a different route, heading toward the nearby vicinity a few blocks away. The vicinity was alive with gentle activity. Amber found the evening walk out alone interesting with her crutches as a guide. This walk was more than just exercise for Amber. It was her time to connect with herself and the world around her. It was a reminder of her resilience and the joy she could still find in simple, everyday moments. She feels so good been outdoor to experience what the environment looks like at night. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for her strength and the beauty of the world she was determined to keep exploring. It's another morning to start cleaning, determined to make her space feel fresh and welcoming. With her crutches tucked securely under her limb, she approached each task with focus and creativity. The gentle rhythm of the broom brushing against the floor filled the room as she skillfully swept, balancing on her crutches with practiced ease. Her movements were steady and deliberate, her determination shining through as she tackled the task. Soft swish of the broom echoed through the room as she moved gracefully, balancing on her crutches while cleaning the floor. Determined and resourceful, she had developed her own rhythm, using one hand to sweep while the other steadied her with a crutch. It wasn't always easy, but she had a way of making it look effortless. Despite the challenges, she had created a warm, tidy home filled with love and care. Moments like this reminded her that her determination and adaptability were as much a part of her as her laughter and joy. The simple act of sweeping wasn't just a chore, it was a reminder of her resilience and the love that surrounded her. With each stroke of the broom, she proved that nothing could hold her back. She created a home filled with strength and joy. A soft smile spread across her face as she worked, proud of the independence she maintained. She had adapted her approach to make things work for her, holding the broom with one hand while using her crutches to keep her balance. It wasn't always easy, but she had learned to make adjustments, finding ways to keep her home just the way she liked it. Every completed task gave her a sense of accomplishment. Her environment was more than just a space. It was her sanctuary, a reflection of her strength and determination. By the time she finished, the house felt vibrant and alive. It was a small victory, but one that filled her with pride, reminding her that her resilience and spirit could brighten not just her space, but her life. When an individual has undergone an amputation or is unable to use their lower limbs for mobility, crutches can be a valuable assistive device. Crutches are used to provide support and stability, helping the person maintain balance and move around. They can be used temporarily during the rehabilitation process or as a long-term solution for individuals who do not use prosthetic limbs. Been an amputee taking a walk out with her crutches moving with a steady rhythm, adjusting her pace based on her confidence and terrain. With her forearm crutches properly positioned, ensuring they provide adaptability taking her each step. Taking a long walk with her crutches moves with steady determination. Her arms and shoulders engage as she rhythmically swings the crutches forward, placing them with precision to maintain balance. Her remaining leg follows, stepping confidently as she covers the distance at her own pace. She moves confidently, placing the crutches forward, then stepping through with her remaining leg in a fluid motion. Despite the physical effort, she enjoys the fresh air, the scenery, and the sense of independence that comes with navigating the world on her own. As an amputee using forearm crutches for mobility embraces a lifestyle of strength, adaptability, and independence. Whether she is adjusting to her new way of moving or has been using crutches for years, she finds ways to balance daily life, in her everyday life activities. Walking with her crutches moving with a steady rhythm, adjusting her pace based on her confidence and terrain. Placing the crutches forward, then stepping through with her remaining leg in a fluid motion. Using forearm crutches is not a limitation but a tool for independence. She embraces her journey with resilience, proving that mobility challenges don't define her. In her everyday life, she carries herself with confidence and inspires others with her determination. With steady determination, an amputee begins to climb the stairs using her forearm crutches. Positioning herself carefully, lifting her body upward, one step at a time. Her strong arms and core provide the stability she needs, and she moves with steady, controlled motions. She moves carefully, focusing on her balance as she plants both crutches firmly on the step above. Shifting her weight, she lifts herself up, bringing her foot to meet the step. The process is slow but controlled. She takes her time, ensuring each movement is stable before advancing. With each step, her confidence grows, her arms and core working together to support her. It's a process requires patience and focus, but she has mastered the technique through practice and resilience. Step by step, she ascends, proving her strength and independence with every movement. Finally, as she reaches the top of the staircase, she pauses to take in the view from a new perspective, a small victory earned through patience and determination. Each step has been a testament to her strength, a quiet reminder that progress is made one careful movement at a time. Using crutches effectively requires balance, strength, and the right techniques. For an amputee lady, mastering her crutches is key to moving confidently and independently. As she begins to ascend using the stair, she maintains a rhythm and also ensuring stability before moving to the next one. With every gradual lift, she builds momentum and confidence. Using crutches as an amputee can be empowering and provide greater mobility, whether you're adjusting to a new lifestyle or improving your daily routine. This guide covers essential tips to help you navigate with confidence and ease. An amputee lady stood at the edge of the shore, the rhythm of the ocean echoing in her chest like a heartbeat. With her crutches planted firmly in the soft, shifting sand, she faced the waves with quiet strength. The salty breeze swept through her hair as the cool water rolled in and touched her feet, sending a shiver up her spine, not from the cold, but from the feeling of connection. As the waves washed over her, she felt alive. She had overcome so much to stand here, on one leg, with metal crutches supporting her, but in that moment, none of it felt like a limitation. The sea didn't care about her scars or her story. It welcomed her just as she was, the way it welcomes everyone. Each wave that brushed against her skin reminded her she was grounded, strong, and still fully capable of feeling everything life had to offer. The world was still hers to explore, and the ocean, with its infinite horizon. She stood firmly, ready and calm, gripping her crutch's handle with familiar ease. Her single leg balanced with quiet strength as she prepared to step out, the late afternoon light warming her face. This was her time, a walk not just for movement, but for peace, reflection, and freedom. Her crutches waited like trusted companions, steady and reliable. Stepping forward, the soft tap of rubber tips meeting the ground echoing gently. With each move, she carried not just her body, but the pride of every step she had earned through determination and persistence. The sun was setting low, casting a golden glow on the pavement as she stepped to walk out, crutches clicking softly beneath her. With one leg and two crutches, she moved forward with a quiet confidence, each stride steady and purposeful. There was strength in her posture, not just physical, but the kind built from perseverance. She moved forward with quiet determination, each step guided by the steady rhythm of her crutches. The soft click of metal meeting the ground echoed with confidence, not hesitation. With every stride, she showed resilience, balancing strength and grace in motion. She stood by the roadside, the wind tugging gently at her clothes as cars passed by in a blur. With her crutches planted firmly in the ground and her single leg holding steady, she waited, calm, composed, and unshaken. Her silhouette against the noise and motion of the world was one of quiet strength. The tips of her crutches pressed into the earth with familiarity, the result of countless steps taken with determination. She had learned balance not just in body, but in spirit. As she glanced down the road, there was no trace of uncertainty in her eyes, only patience and resilience. Life for an amputee lady using crutches as her mobility guide is a balance of strength, adaptability, and determination. Each day, she relies on her crutches not just for support, but as tools of independence and freedom. With every step, she's mindful of her movement, navigating around with practiced ease. Her crutches become an extension of her body, helping her maintain rhythm and confidence wherever she goes. They're not a symbol of limitation, but of resilience, reminding her, and those around her, that mobility isn't defined by convention, but by the courage to keep moving forward. Crutches serve as a vital mobility aid for an amputee, offering balance, support, and freedom in daily life. More than just tools, her crutches represent her adaptability and strength, allowing her to stay active and independent. She has learned to use them with skill and ease, turning a challenge into a part of her routine. For many amputees, crutches are more than just a mobility aid, they're a lifeline to independence, movement, and confidence. It is a long-term choice. Crutches offer reliable support when navigating the world on one leg or without a prosthetic. Crutches for an amputee is a journey that blends physical strength, balance, and mental determination. Adapting to life using crutches is part of your daily mobility. Mastering this skill opens the door to greater freedom and confidence. Using crutches as mobility aids support the body without pressing into your armpits, and the hand grips you allow for a slight bend in your elbows. Mastering crutching, you'll learn to move with control, planting the crutches slightly ahead, swinging your body forward, and landing gently on your sound leg. As you grow stronger, you'll discover techniques like the swing-through gait, which allows for more fluid movement. It takes time and patience to build the upper body strength and balance required, but each step brings more independence. Navigating with crutches uneven terrain poses unique challenges, but she faces them with determination and adaptability. Grassy terrain demand balance, patience, and control. Scanning the ground carefully, planting each crutch with purpose. Her arms and shoulders work in harmony with her core, providing the stability needed to move safely and steadily. Her rhythm may slow on unstable surfaces, but her resolve never does. She adjusts her movements with awareness and grace. Each step on uneven ground becomes a quiet victory, proof of her resilience and ability to thrive beyond limits. Her crutches aren't a sign of weakness, they're her strength in motion. On every path, no matter how rough, she continues forward, one sure step at a time. In her laundry room, as one-legged amputee, she focuses on a small but meaningful task, rearranging a cabinet to make her space more functional. Balancing steadily on one leg, she pushes the cabinet with care, adjusting her stance and using controlled strength to guide it into place. Each effort is purposeful. She takes brief pauses to catch her balance, then continues with determination in her eyes. It's not just about tidying the room, it's about creating a space that works for her, shaped by her needs and her independence. With one leg limping to the laundry machine, she sorts out clothes loaded in the machine, while maintaining balance and rhythm. Every motion is intentional, every adaptation a quiet act of resilience. Her laundry routine, proof that independence lives in the small, everyday tasks. After a fresh load of laundry has dried, confidently seated in her wheelchair, moves toward the hanging space with quiet focus. With one leg and a determined spirit, She reaches up to gather each item, folding and organizing with care. She maneuvers her chair skillfully across the hanging area, adjusting her position to access every corner. Whether it's shirts swaying in the breeze or socks clipped in place, she handles each piece with patience and pride. This everyday task, simple to many, becomes a meaningful act of independence and strength. She doesn't let her wheelchair define her limits. She finds new ways to stay active, productive, and fully in charge of her life. As one-legged amputee lady using wheelchair, she relies on a transfer lifter to assist her in moving safely and comfortably between different settings throughout her day. Whether she's transitioning in and out of the vehicle, the transfer lifter has become an essential part of her routine, offering both support and independence in her recovery journey. After receiving steady support from the ramp lifter, she gently wheeled herself forward, her hands gliding smoothly over the rims of her wheelchair. The transition had gone just as planned. The process was done with care, dignity, and respect for her comfort. She appreciates how the transfer lifter allows her to feel safe, reducing the physical strain on her and those assisting her. It's a key tool that supports her autonomy and keeps her active going out. As a wheelchair user being an amputee, transferring into her car with ease has been part of her daily routine. What once felt intimidating has become second nature. Her car door wide open and reached over to retrieve her folded wheelchair and she transfer out. At the gas station she pulled up to the pump with practiced precision. Her movements were calm and confident. This was a routine she had down to a science. Under the warm afternoon sun, being a right leg amputee, she made her way down a long concrete walkway, her crutches clicking softly with every step. The smooth surface beneath her offered a steady rhythm, and she moved with quiet determination, balancing her sound leg and prosthetic with practiced control. It was a solo walk, something she hadn't always felt confident doing. But now, with each forward movement, she felt more grounded, not just physically, but emotionally. Her crutches were more than mobility aids, they were extensions of her strength and resilience. She kept a steady pace, her arms working in sync with her legs, the sound of her movement the only break in the stillness around her. Every few meters, she paused briefly, not out of fatigue, but to breathe, realign, and take in her surroundings. This moment wasn't for show, it was for herself. A chance to feel her progress, test her balance, and move freely in the world again. Each movement was purposeful, with every swing of her crutches and step of her sound leg. She kept a smooth rhythm, her crutches supporting her with growing confidence. The soft tap of her crutches echoed with each stride, blending into the natural hush of the surroundings. Walking alone had once seemed daunting, but now it was a moment of peace, a time to reflect, breathe, and feel proud of her progress. Her balance had improved, her steps were stronger, and more than anything, she was comfortable moving at her own pace. This wasn't just a stroll. For her, it was freedom. Every solo walk was a quiet victory, each step a reminder that she was capable, resilient, and moving forward on her own terms. Reaching underneath of a tree, a sense of quiet pride settled in. What once seemed like a challenge had become a personal triumph. For her, this solo walk wasn't just exercise, it was proof of how far she'd come, and how capable she continues to be, one step at a time. Side by side, they moved with strength and rhythm, each step purposeful, each stride a quiet triumph. Both ladies, one-legged amputees, leaned on their crutches not just for balance, but as symbols of everything they had overcome. Their steps weren't rushed. They were steady, proud, and in sync, as though every motion carried a story, and every pause held a shared understanding. They weren't just walking out into the day, they were walking into life, fully present, beautifully confident. Together, they reflected resilience, friendship, and the kind of unspoken bond only those who've faced the same mountain truly understand. Crutches in hand, heads held high, they were living proof that strength walks on one leg too. Been together, not in competition, but in quiet companionship. Both one-leg amputees, both using crutches, they stayed with a shared grace only experience could teach. Each had faced her own journey, moments of pain, recovery, and discovery, but in each other, they found strength. Side by side, they were a picture of courage in motion. Smiles on their faces, resilience in their stride, and unspoken support between them. They weren't defined by what they had lost, but by everything they continued to gain, one step at a time. The water welcomed her with a calm embrace, weightless and free from the challenges of gravity. As quadruple amputee, the pool had become more than just a place to cool off. It was a sanctuary of strength, balance, and renewal. With every stroke, she moved gracefully, her arms slicing through the water with determination. Her body adapted naturally, adjusting rhythm and flow, proving once again that her spirit knew no limits. No prosthetic, no crutches, just her, the water, and the rhythm of resilience. Each lap wasn't just exercise, it was liberation. The water cradled her gently, offering a rare kind of freedom, a break from the weight of the world and the daily challenges on land. As a quadruple amputee, the pool wasn't just a place to cool down. It was a space to breathe, move, and feel whole. With controlled movements and unwavering will, she swam, not for speed, but for serenity. Each stroke, each glide, was a celebration of adaptability. No prosthetics, no limits, just body, water, and the rhythm of resilience. This timeout wasn't about escape, it was about reconnecting. With the self, with strength, with stillness. In the water, they were not defined by what was missing, but by all that remained powerful within. A reminder that even as quadruple amputee, she could glide, float, and thrive, strong, capable, and beautifully unstoppable. The water had become her healing space. In the pool, she felt light, free, and whole again. Swimming wasn't just exercise, it was therapy for her body and soul. The gentle resistance of the water helped rebuild her strength, improve her balance, and soothe the tension she often carried. An amputee lady gracefully enjoy water therapy at the beach, finding both physical and emotional healing in the rhythm of the waves. The warm, buoyant water provides gentle resistance, allowing them to build strength and flexibility in a low-impact environment. With each flow of water on her body from the ocean, she experiences a sense of freedom and connection to nature. The sun glistens on the surface, and the soothing sound of the waves creates a serene backdrop for their journey of recovery and resilience. Water therapy at the beach is a rejuvenating experience for her as an amputee, combining physical rehabilitation with the calming effects of the ocean. The gentle resistance of the water helps strengthen muscles and improve balance, while the buoyancy reduces pressure on joints and limbs, allowing for smooth sensation. For her, the waves can be both therapeutic and liberating, as the water provides a sense of weightlessness and freedom. The natural surroundings of the beach, soft sand, soothing waves, and fresh air, enhance the healing process, making water therapy an ideal way to build strength, improve mobility, and enjoy a serene connection with nature. An amputee can effectively use a stationary bicycle for exercise, improving cardiovascular health, leg strength, and overall mobility. By adapting her technique and maintaining proper balance, she can have a safe and efficient workout. Seated securely on the stationary bike, she positions her intact leg on the pedal, ensuring it is properly strapped in for stability. With firmly gripping the pole for support, using her upper body and core strength, she gently swings her body from forward and backward, engaging stabilizing muscles and improving coordination. The pole offers both balance and assurance, allowing her to focus on fluid, deliberate movement. Lifting dumbbells in both hands, embracing her strength with confidence. Standing tall with prosthetic legs, she performs her workout with precision and focus. Each lift engages her arms, shoulders, and core, building not only physical strength but also mental resilience. Confidently in the open field, her one leg firmly planted in the grass. A bright tie was wrapped snugly around her waist, helping her maintain balance as she throws the ball. Her trainer standing by, helping her pick up the balls, encouraging and giving her moral support. She gripped the ball tightly, focusing on her posture. She swung her arm back and launched the ball forward. It soared through the air, landing farther than she expected. Despite the challenges, she felt strong and empowered with every throw. Each movement was a testament to her resilience, and every throw brought her one step closer to mastering the skill. Each throw activates her upper body, shoulders, chest, arms, and core. The exercise not only builds explosive power but also improves balance and hand-eye coordination. This isn't just about physical fitness. It's about release, rhythm, and resilience. She channels focus, lets go of doubt, and she grips her crutches with confidence, stepping forward into a new chapter of life. The journey hasn't been easy, but she refuses to let challenges define her. With every step, she learns something new about herself. She discovers balance, not just in movement but in mindset. She finds joy in small victories, walking a little farther, moving a little faster, proving to herself that she is capable. The world may look different now, but she chooses to see possibility instead of limitation. She isn't just adapting, she's thriving. Her crutches aren't a sign of weakness. They are a symbol of her determination, her ability to rise, and her refusal to be held back. This is her new life, and she's embracing it with courage, grace, and unstoppable strength. She learned to trust her body, to rely on her arms and core, and to move with purpose. The crutches, once a symbol of struggle, became tools of independence, allowing her to navigate the world on her terms. Standing firmly, with calm, gripping her crutches handle with familiar ease. Her single leg balanced with quiet strength prepared. This was her time, a walk not just for movement, but for peace, reflection, and freedom. Her crutches waited like trusted companions, steady and reliable. Stepping forward, the soft tap of rubber tips meeting the ground echoing gently. With each move, she carried not just her body, but the pride of every step she had earned through determination and persistence. The sun was setting low, casting a golden glow on the pavement as she stepped to take walk out, crutches clicking softly beneath her. With one leg and two crutches, she moved forward with a quiet confidence, each stride steady and purposeful. There was strength in her posture, not just physical, but the kind built from perseverance. She moved forward with quiet determination, each step guided by the steady rhythm of her crutches. The soft click of metal meeting the ground echoed with confidence, not hesitation. With every stride, she showed resilience, balancing strength and grace in motion. Her arms worked in harmony with her remaining leg, supporting her through uneven paths walk. Whether navigating quiet walkway, she moved with purpose, her crutches an extension of her will to keep going. Her crutches weren't signs of limitation. They were symbols of resilience, helping her navigate the world on her terms. She didn't wait for motivation to come from others, she found it within herself. Believing in herself how far she'd come. The journey hadn't been easy. Learning to move differently, to balance on one leg, to trust her body again, but with every step, she grew stronger. Her crutches became more than support. They became symbols of her resilience. She had turned challenges into milestones, setbacks into lessons, and moments of doubt into fuel for progress. She looked within herself and didn't see limitation. She saw strength, adaptability, and courage. Using her crutches, she carved her own path forward, inspired by no one else but the woman she was becoming. She was walking for herself, for the freedom, the motion, the feeling of being in control. With every step, she embraced her independence, the rhythm of her crutches blending with the beat of her heart. This wasn't just a walk, it was a statement. She had faced challenges, adapted, and emerged stronger. And as she moved forward, there was no looking back, only open roads ahead. She wasn't rushing. This walk wasn't about speed. It was about showing up. For herself, for the moment, for the world outside. Every stride spoke of resilience, and with her crutches in hand, she was ready to face the path ahead, one empowered step at a time. To some, it might seem like a struggle. But to her, it was just life, adapted, empowered, and uniquely her own. Each movement was a reminder that progress isn't always fast or easy, but it's always worth it.
Amputee Life TV. Please kindly subscribe. Thank you.